Do you really need to buy QuickBooks every single year? Let's dive into this question and uncover the truth about QuickBooks pricing structure, subscription models, and whether upgrading annually is truly necessary or just a costly habit. First, let's address the elephant in the room. Why does it feel like QuickBooks is always asking for more of your money? If you've been using QuickBooks for a while, you've likely noticed a shift. In the past, you could purchase a one-time license for QuickBooks Desktop, which allowed you to use the software for several years without additional fees. But things have changed. Intuit, the company behind QuickBooks, has moved heavily towards subscription-based models. So what does that mean for you? The subscription shift, what changed? QuickBooks now primarily operates on a subscription basis. Whether you're using QuickBooks Online or the newer versions of QuickBooks Desktop, your access to the software is tied to an annual or monthly fee. This means that instead of owning the software outright, you're essentially renting it. Let's break this down further. QuickBooks Online. This is a cloud-based service with pricing plans ranging from $35 per month for basic features to $235 per month for advanced tools. These plans are designed to cater to different business sizes and needs. QuickBooks Desktop, while previously available as a one-time purchase, newer versions like QuickBooks Desktop Pro Plus or Premier Plus now require an annual subscription. Prices start at around $549 per year for single users. The key takeaway here? If you're using any of these subscription-based versions, you'll need to pay regularly to maintain access. Do you have to upgrade every year? Here's where things get interesting. If you're using a subscription model, renewing annually is mandatory. Otherwise, your access will be cut off. But what if you're still clinging to an older version of QuickBooks Desktop that doesn't require a subscription? Can you skip upgrading? The answer depends on your specific circumstances. Compatibility and support. Intuit typically supports older versions of QuickBooks Desktop for 3 years after their release. After this period, updates stop, and features like payroll processing or online banking may no longer work. If these features are critical to your business operations, upgrading might be unavoidable. New features. Each new version of QuickBooks comes with added features and improvements. However, these updates aren't always groundbreaking. If your current version meets your needs and runs smoothly, upgrading may not be necessary. Security risks. Older versions may become vulnerable to security threats once support ends. If your business handles sensitive financial data, staying on an unsupported version could pose risks. So no, you don't have to upgrade every year, especially if your current version still works for you and doesn't rely on discontinued services. What about cost savings? Let's talk dollars and cents. Many business owners wonder if sticking with an older version or switching software entirely can save money in the long run. Sticking with older versions. If you already own a perpetual license for an older version of QuickBooks Desktop pre-subscription era, you can continue using it indefinitely without paying annual fees. However, remember that support will eventually end. Is QuickBooks Online worth it? For many businesses, cloud-based accounting has become essential due to its flexibility and ease of use. But is QuickBooks Online worth its monthly price tag? Here are some pros and cons. Pros. Automatic updates ensure you always have the latest features. Cloud access allows real-time collaboration with accountants or team members. Integration with third-party apps simplifies tasks like payroll or inventory management. Cons. Costs can add up quickly, especially if you need advanced plans or multiple users. Some users report that certain features in QuickBooks Online aren't as robust as those in desktop versions. Ultimately, whether it's worth it depends on how much value you derive from these benefits compared to the cost. Tips to maximize value. If you decide to stick with QuickBooks but want to minimize costs or maximize value, here are some tips. Choose the right plan. Don't overpay for features you don't need. Evaluate each plan carefully and pick one that aligns with your business size and requirements. Take advantage of discounts. Intuit often offers discounts for new subscribers or bundles that include payroll services at reduced rates. Use free trials. Before committing to a plan, take advantage of free trials to ensure it meets your needs. Consider third-party integrations. Sometimes adding third-party apps can enhance functionality without requiring an upgrade to a more expensive plan. Plan ahead for renewals. Subscription prices often increase after promotional periods end. Factor this into your budget to avoid surprises. So, do you have to buy QuickBooks every year? The answer depends on which version of QuickBooks you're using and what your business needs are. If you're using a subscription-based model like QuickBooks Online or newer desktop versions, then yes, you'll need to renew annually. If you own an older perpetual license for QuickBooks Desktop and don't rely on discontinued services, upgrading every year isn't mandatory. And if the costs seem too high or the features aren't meeting your expectations, exploring alternatives might be worth considering. Remember, the best choice is one that fits both your budget and operational needs. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.